So I'm not a wine maker, but I'm certainly a wine drinker. And I've learned a few things over the years about drinking wine, I guess talking to other people who know a lot more about it than I do, at least about making wine. And one of the things I've learned is actually a little bit counterintuitive, and that's that the best wine actually comes from vines and grapes that have been stressed. So like this wine I'm drinking right now, this Zinfandel, which comes from these Zinfandel vines that I'm standing in the middle of, the wine actually tastes great because these vines have been stressed and they're not in the best soil. The soil is kind of rocky and they have to fight for the nutrients from the oak trees around. And so it's a little bit strange to think about because you'd think, gosh, maybe the best wine would come from the vines and the grapes that have everything. They have the best nutrients and all the sun and the water that they can need, but that's actually not quite it. The best wine comes from wine that's been stressed a little bit, and then that's what brings out the beauty of the grapes and makes such a beautiful wine. You know, Jesus spent his life and ministry talking about God and talking about life with God. And one of the most profound ways I think he ever explained that is to say that life with God is like being a part of a vineyard. And we, men and women, we're the branches, just like these gnarled branches of this old vine Zinfandel in Amador County. And our job is to stay connected to the vine, and that's Jesus. And if we do that, then fruit will come, and this thing of beauty, beautiful like a glass of wine, will come out of our lives, and we'll get to experience joy and be a blessing to others. And all we have to do is remain or stick or abide in the vine. And I love that image, but part of what I love about it is that idea that the best wine comes out of these vines that have been stressed and they're not in the best soil. The soil's rocky and they have to fight for the nutrients. And really that does kind of seem like the way life with God is sometimes, because God's not always readily apparent. We can't see him, we don't hear God's voice out loud, and so we're trying to be the branch and trying to stay in the vine, but we have to fight for it. It's hard to remain, it's hard to stick. But if we stick at it, we get this blessing of all the goodness of God, the grace and the love and the forgiveness. And then this beautiful fruit eventually comes out of our lives, just like these vines are going to produce fruit in the fall and they're going to produce this incredible Zinfandel. That'll be like our lives too, and we'll be a blessing to others and be able to extend love and grace and forgiveness to them. That's the kind of life I want to have, and that's the kind of life really that Jesus is offering. And all we need to do is to be the branch, to stick, to remain in the vine.